You know what can be really, really scary and challenging? Showing up as your fully authentic self. When you were not loved as a child for being her, him, or them. Showing up every day as a little kid, as the person you were, that you wanted to be, no matter the changes, and were not shown love or respect for being that person. And now you look at yourself and you're older, more mature, and you've learned to hide those parts, those authentic pieces of you. And with reflection, you know that they're hiding, you know that they're asking to be let out. They're knocking on the door asking for you to free them. And it's up to you to give permission and to give love that they had never received when they were younger now. Hi, my name is Bridget. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so grateful to have you here, to have you listen, and to walk this journey with you. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions or want to meet and are curious about what I do, who I am, and feel resonant with what I'm saying. I would love to connect with you. If you've been to one of my videos before, welcome back. I am in a new location. I just moved to Bali, Indonesia. And so if you're here, I would love to connect. And yeah, let's get to the video. So today I would love to talk about authenticity because I feel like it's such a buzzword recently. And there's so much depth to that word. And I'll tell you why by answering some questions and giving you some meaning from my lens of what authenticity means. All right, I'm just going back to my journaling because I wanted to share some things that I wrote down to start this video off, all about authenticity and the realm that we'll be diving into today. No one ever wanted you to put on a mask. They were secretly craving for you to be a fool, to make a mistake, to mess up, to be as authentic as you wished, so it allowed them to be themselves. We're all trapped of our own limits. We project fear onto others and keep the cycle going of our own captivity, this box that we've created within the limits of our own mind. Sometimes without even realizing. Actually, most of the time. Every single part of you is crying to be seen and to be heard, to be expressed, and most importantly, to be loved. So I hope this video inspires you to fall in love with the parts of you that you might find thoughts of hatred towards. For the love that you share, that you give, and show these parts that you hate the most, it will help everyone around you become more free in themselves. Just by showing up for you helps so many people around you. When you show up for yourself, you show up for everyone else. You let them be seen, you let them be loved. So, authenticity. Today, I would love to share with you my meaning behind the word authenticity. Why we all crave and want to be this word. Why we want to be authentic. And why can it be so hard for us to show up in our authenticity? Why social media can be healing for those parts of ourselves that we were always craving to share as a young child, and now finally we've opened up a door to let them free and see if we can find love for them. And also why social media can be re-traumatizing to these parts of us. And lastly, how do we find our authentic nature? If you're watching this and you're wondering, how do I get out of this box? Well, I promise you there's a way out. There's always a way. And I'll share some tips and tricks for you in this video today to reach that authenticity, that nature that you so crave to be freed. So, authenticity. Authenticity. Well, let's just pull up the definition on Google, which is basically AI now, what they have to say. Authenticity is the quality of being genuine, real, and true to one's own personality, values, and spirit, rather than conforming to external pressures. They kind of nailed it. They nailed it on the head. I would say authenticity is your real nature. When you take the layers off, the conditioning, what you were told was right, what would be loved, what was accepted, and come back to that true nature inside of you, inside of your heart. That is pure authenticity. Waking up each day, choosing what you want to do, what you want to wear, how you want to act, how you want to respond, how you want to dance, how you want to move, how you want to speak and sing and flow through life. Your flow is your authenticity. It's you without the mask, without the alcohol, the drugs, the clothes, the brand, the perfume, the makeup, mask, metaphorical or real. It's you behind the scenes. It's you not having prepared anything and just showing up as you. It's you cutting your hair a certain way because you thought it was beautiful. It's your definition of beauty. It's your definition of love. It's authentically you. Why can it be so difficult to wake up every day in that nature? My belief comes from when we were little and how we learned to be loved and accepted and what was right, what was wrong if we showed up in school one day and wanted to express with a dance. But we were told to sit down and be quiet and that dancing is not going to get you far or get you good grades. So that part of us, that expression, was bundled up into our body. If we were upset in that moment, it was packaged, it was stored away because it was not accepted, it was not loved. And maybe you're reflecting after listening to that and you realize, I do have stories like that in my mind, in my body, that have happened to me. Those parts that I really, really wanted to express were shunned and were told to be put away. Even in my home, I felt if I expressed through sound and singing and being my wild, wild self, it was not accepted and it was not loved. And there's a whole nother part to this journey where you have to forgive yourself, forgive to those people around you who taught you how that love was. Because they're just giving you the lessons that they learned. And they might have not been aware that was shutting away your expression or your authentic nature. So I'll give you an example. I'm 28 now, and the past 2 years I started to get bangs. Every time I look in the mirror, even now, it's become more aware to me that there are thoughts in the background that are telling me that it's not pretty. I'm not going to receive love if I present myself this way. Or if I get tattoos, I won't be loved. Because that's my conditioning. That's how I'm wired. But obviously some part of me is out of the box now and has more control and can find healing moments for those parts of me by opening my heart up to people who also have tattoos, who also have bangs, and who are living fully themselves in their expression and not apologizing for it. This is where we have to get patient, right? We have to get patient with us rewiring what love means and that showing up in our authenticity is okay, and you will find love that way. So why do we sometimes wake up and we feel like, I'm going to be authentic today, I'm just like going to flow to my own rhythm? And sometimes we're on travel, on holiday, and we let go of limiting beliefs, we let go of our hometown and where we grew up, and we're just fully in the now, and we are present. And I think it really comes down to that. If we aren't present, then how are we living fully authentic? If we are fully present, then we can accept where we are now and live to the nature, the flows, the rhythm that's happening as the heart beats. So if you're listening to this and you find some days you can show up fully yourself and you don't hear those thoughts of judgment, but then some days you find yourself getting down on you because you're not showing up as yourself and you had energy the other day. So it ebbs and flows, because it definitely ebbs and flows for me. So it's part of the healing journey. It's never ending. It's a whole journey. We're still walking, but you can find new people to walk side by side, walk behind, walk in front of, and you'll find people along the way that resonate with you and resonate with your authentic nature within. So I'm on this journey of trying to embrace my authenticity and stay grained in her, rather than hearing judgments even from my own mind or from my family, from my friends. Trying to be unapologetically me and build a barrier between those judgments so I can allow myself to flow freely to my own rhythm. And I hope this inspires you to do the same. And coming back to the question, why do we all want to be authentic? Because I'm not afraid to say it. I really, really want to reach that point where I'm waking up every single day in honor of my inner child, my inner expression, my flow, my rhythm, without following along to the noise that I hear outside or what my friends are doing, and not conforming to the world around me, and not seeking validation in seeking something outside of myself, and staying true within. Because at the end of the day, authenticity is truly magnetic. So if you want to be magnetic, I hope you start your journey today, tomorrow, to find those little pieces of you that want to be unhidden, pulled out of the treasure box. Maybe it's all the way down underneath the sea, underneath a shipwreck. You're going to find that treasure one day, and you're going to unlock so many beautiful pieces of you, so free, and find so much love for them, and feel lighter, and feel more free. So in our life right now, obviously, social media is a big thing. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, now I'm on LinkedIn for my job. It's so fun to connect and see people from all around the world, see their creations, and talk to people from a country that I've never even been to. How amazing is that? There's a lot of upsides to it, but there are downsides. And when it comes to authenticity and authentically expressing and creating from the deepest part of yourselves that has not been tainted with, that is pure, and you're doing it for the sake of doing it and experiencing it and in joy and in love, it can be so beautiful to embrace those parts of you and share them online. That's why I'm showing up here on YouTube, because sometimes out in the world it can be hard to find space for yourself. And in your own room, in your own environment, in your own energy, you can truly tune in and be able to show up for those parts and share them online and share them to those people across the world, to find little bits and pieces of healing and beautiful people that love what you're doing and love how you're expressing yourself and love how you're showing up. which you may have not found when you were younger, or when you were a 14-year-old trying to express but just conforming into someone else because you were too afraid to unlock those parts of you because they were not loved when you were younger. So social media can give you a boost and give you validation for those parts of you that never felt that. You can get a like, a comment. I remember I received a comment from someone in a different country, and they really enjoyed the meditation that I shared. And that really fills my heart space. But, of course, it comes and goes. And so I just hope that you find those little pieces of encouragement, but don't hold on too tightly to them. And don't ask for too much. Just find acceptance, embrace, sit with yourself, and allow those parts to really feel the comment or the like or the connection that you make over online through your authenticity. Because it's within those connections that you can find true healing. Now, just as much as social media can be so loving and so kind and open your mind up to new connections and new ways of living, it can also give little kisses to your ego and make it get bigger and bigger and bigger until you keep asking for more and more and more. And then at the end of the day, leave you a little bit stranded and a little bit lonely, and possibly re-traumatizing those parts that want to be heard and be seen and visible, but maybe you get a dislike or a negative comment about the way you look or the way you show up. And so I want to prepare you, if you're sharing yourself authentically online, that there could be some negative feedback. And I like to believe as many people love you in this world, there's going to be an equal amount of people who might dislike you. I remember I shared a video online, and it was a try-on haul for clothes. And I saw a lot of likes, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, I didn't realize people would actually like this, because I created it from my own heart and my own mind. And so for a few weeks I was like, cool, I'm getting all these likes. And then I saw a place where you can put dislikes, and I had like more than 20 dislikes. And I was like, oh, okay. A little offended, but it didn't really reach a deep part of me, which I'm grateful for. I prepared myself. I mentally prepared that some people will not like this. It might not be their jam. They might be really into sports and not clothes and think that it's boring, or, I don't want to get into the negative bits, but just be prepared that there could be some hate out there. There's already a lot of hate on the internet. As long as you show up in a loving vibration and love for yourself and concrete awareness that could happen, then I think you are strong enough to keep showing up authentically online wherever you do and however you do it. As long as it's coming from the heart, that has intentions behind it, and they are pure and they are kind, and blessing the internet, social media, with good vibrations. So how do we reach our authentic nature? How do we reach that true authenticity that's so deep down and so layered? The first thing that comes to mind is breath work, or yoga, or meditation. I think breath work can fast track you to let the walls come down and allow yourself to open up to those parts of you and to acceptance and to loving them, so you can allow other people to see them, and open your mind up as well to see that other people are just like you around this world. I think what it comes down to as well is reflecting on yourself, reflecting on these parts that are aching to be seen, because I know that you know deep down what they are and how they want to be expressed, and maybe you don't know why they're hidden, but as long as you're open to the idea of letting them out, then you're on the right track. Reflecting is a beautiful way. Journaling about them, talking to yourself is a beautiful way to uncover little tiny details about these parts that want to be seen. And about these wounds, these bruises, these cuts, these knots in our bodies that just want to be relaxed, that just want to be let go, to be free, to be accepted, and to be loved. And so I actually wrote down steps to it, to these parts, to be able to let them out. So first, we have to confront these parts of us, and it can be scary. I lived most of my life drinking heavily and running away from these parts because I brought a lot of hatred towards them, and I didn't want them to be seen because I didn't want to be hated. So we have to confront them. We have to confront our bruises. We have to go back to the trauma. We have to go back to why we put them away, the shadows that we didn't love and that need a little bit of light, a little bit of forgiveness, so they can slowly walk out into the world like a newborn baby, just learning to be loved. Maybe you just need to teach these parts of you how to be loved and how you want to be loved. So you confront, you find a way to heal. You find a way to heal that part of you that aches to be seen, that was shunned or was hated. You even bring love to those thoughts, those hatred, negative thoughts that absorb this part of you, and allow it to release. Maybe cry, maybe get angry, express yourself in a safe way so you can find healing. A lot of the work I do is breath work, yoga, and meditation, and journaling. And sometimes singing and finding those creative outlets to express myself and the feelings that I have hidden. Once we can heal, we can find acceptance, bring acceptance to those parts and where we are now, and know that we cannot go back there, not necessarily, but you can go back into your mind, heal those parts, come back to the present moment, and understand that you can only move forward from this day on. Once we accept this part of ourselves, we let go of the resistance, of the worry, of the doubt, of the fear that anything could happen if we let this part out. Anything bad could happen. And we find love. We bring love to the parts that we've been taught to hate, that we've been taught to put away. And we allow them to be loved for who they are, for what they are. And a big one, we stop apologizing for these parts. We acknowledge them within ourselves and we bring love to them, so when we bring them out into the world, other people can acknowledge them, see them, and love them. And find healing through you to them. It's a beautiful, beautiful door that you are opening when you heal wounded parts, shadows in yourself. And lastly, stop pouring energy into people that make you small. People that make you feel small. It might not be their intention, but there could be some energetic ties to some people that make you feel more comfortable and safe because they make these authentic parts of you want to hide. And that is comfort. And that might be safety to us because we were taught that we are loved that way if these parts are hidden. So with a conscious effort, this journey, you just keep walking and keep understanding and flowing and seeing, oh, if I hang out with this person, this light gets turned off. If I hang out with this person, this light shines so bright. I have never seen it so bright before. And I'm allowed to be my fully authentic self because they are so accepting of it as well. So I hope this video gives you a little bit of inspiration to find those parts of you that are craving to be seen, to be heard, to be let out. And you go on your own journey to find healing, to find acceptance, to embrace these parts that have been put away, and to let them out with love and shine some light on them. And as you begin your journey to uncovering more and more parts of you that you want to be seen, set boundaries and reflect on yourself and your energy, what works, what doesn't work. And it's okay if you find yourself attracted or pulled towards relationships, towards people that make you feel small. Just notice it and allow yourself to let it go with love. As you keep walking on this journey, you will find people that are more aligned with you and resonate with the parts that you are discovering, that you are rediscovering and letting out and be seen. And one more thing, this is a way that you can rewrite your story and bring light to those parts of you that you put away for 2 years, 5 years, 30 years. Let them be seen, be heard, be loved by you first. Keep it truly sacred to you and your heart, and allow yourself to be patient with the process, because it does take a long time for them to slowly feel okay and accepted to come out. But know, by showing up in your authentic nature, you allow others to show up as themselves to the extent, to the fullest that you show up as well. And you can give it a test by showing up as yourself, either in front of your friends, your family, showing up on social media with awareness that you might find other people's perspectives and judgments on there and see what other people are doing, and it might subconsciously want you to hide those parts again. But every day is different, and it's okay if some days are more challenging than others. When you hear those limitations, those negative chitter chatter in your head, some days, and then some days you find it more quiet, more tame, and you're allowed to express yourself fully. This is a beautiful time to rewrite your story and test out the waters of sharing your authentic nature. See how it's received, but don't try to see how it's perceived. Just worry about your own perception and the love that you have inside of you that you're giving these parts, because walking through your own door of opening yourself up helps others walk through their door. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or want to connect further, please leave a comment below. You can subscribe to my channel for more videos. Give me some recommendations on what you would like to chat about. And you can follow me on Instagram if you would like, at hellobridgetteanne, and see what I'm up to on my travels, on my remote journey, and my journey of showing up more authentically. Lots of love. Mwah.